All right, everybody, we're here with Thijs, another one of our good teammates here. Mid-season, we have a big week ahead. If you want to tell us a couple of the things that are up ahead for us, Thijs.
We play Hartford tomorrow, then Prince George on Thursday, and then obviously Daytona on Saturday. So, big week.
Yeah, 3 really big games to win for us as a program and for our season this year. Seeing if we'll be able to make it into the national championship and the regionals and things of that nature. But first, I want to ask you, Thijs, just to introduce yourself.
My name is Thijs Veldhorst. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm a sophomore here, and I'm one of the captains. So,
What position do you play?
I'm a center back.
Among other things. But
Yep.
Thijs, where did you grow up playing soccer? Like, tell us about your story of how you made it to being a footballer today.
I live in a place named Nijmegen, Netherlands. Not a pretty big city, but I played for their professional team, NEC Nijmegen. They're in the Eredivisie. Played against Ajax, PSV growing up. A lot of time got absolutely smashed by those teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, just played the highest level of academy football. Then under 17s came. Had a few years of just injuries on injuries on injuries.
Yeah.
Mostly the same knee. And then I decided I wanted to I got released due to injuries mostly, and then I decided to find my fun in the game again. So I started playing amateur football, and instead of playing defense or midfield, which I played in the academy, I played 10. So I played a year as number 10, and for like a 4th tier team in the Netherlands, which is still pretty high level, in their under 19s. And basically after 2 or 3 months of good performance with the under 19s, I got pushed up to the first team. So I was in between play with the under 19, go with the first team, who are 4th tier Netherlands, on the weekends, and mostly get a few minutes, 15 minutes at the end of the game,
Yeah.
type of stuff. And then I decided to go to the US, came to the Washington Adventist, kind of got a little bit. I went with a friend of mine, and when we both joined Washington Adventist, we were both two of the better players, if not the best players. And the level, it was just not as high, and the facilities were not as good. So I kind of got a little bit, I would say, not misled by my agency, but I was just very unknowing of the route I was gonna take, and just maybe a little bit too excited by the fact that I was going to the US, that I did not do my research properly.
Right.
And then after a good season at Washington Adventist, I obviously went to MC.
So, circling back to what you had mentioned about your time in the 4th Division in the Netherlands, how do you think that experience at that high level has translated to your game now?
I would say it was definitely interesting because I now play center back for MC, but at that time I played 10 and mostly left winger for men's football, because obviously I'm a 17-year-old kid. They're not going to put him at the back, you know, because I would get absolutely killed. But no, it was a lot more focused on winning. It didn't matter if you played absolutely horrible, if you did 90 things wrong in the game. As long as you won 1-0, you would get a lot of food, and that was it. You know, it was more of a experience-based club, so just for the fun of it. Not for the fun of it, they were still serious about winning, but the whole club was not built on we give our players money, but we give our players food, drink, free drinks. So after a game in the cafeteria, if I played or was on the roster, I could get free drinks from the cafeteria, free food, and then we'd get food and stuff with us, obviously with us during the game. So it was pretty professional,
Yeah.
to a certain degree, but more focused on the experience of the player than, oh, we're here
Yeah.
for an extra $500 or something.
So, was that 4th Division team, it was considered semi-professional or was fully professional at the time?
Amateur.
Amateur?
Yeah, but I didn't get paid or anything.
Yeah.
It was just
Obviously not getting paid.
yeah, obviously not getting paid, no.
And so, between the time at Washington Adventist and now, like you mentioned, we have a couple of other players who also came here based off coming through an agency. So tell us a little about that experience and how that agency parlayed into you becoming one of our starters at MC.
I switched agencies after my first experience because I realized I was one of the bigger ones, one of the more renowned ones, and they didn't care as much for the individual. So they were more focused on we got our money. You're happy to go here? Fine, just go. And they not like, okay, it's a completely new program. They don't have the resources. They don't have like the experience in the school. Like there wasn't really that much guidance on that part. It was just coach wants you. You don't have to pay crazy much. I don't think you will get like better offer. And it was all really quick, to be honest, because my coach wanted to sign me quick, and I had my friend, so we kind of just decided to go with the two of us. Sorry for cursing, but yeah, it was way different football. And then the second transfer, obviously, Washington Adventist too. I had a good season at Washington Adventist. Captain half of the games, or was second captain most of the games, and my coach also couldn't decide on which position, so I played 6 mostly for Washington Adventist, and a few games as a striker, actually, and a few games as like a right center back and center back in the back 3.
Yeah.
So it was just then I switched agencies. This agency cared a lot more about me personally and the level I played. Obviously, I had performed already, so it was a little bit easier of getting the attention and what I needed. And I still made a transfer very quickly over between fall and spring. So I was only 1 semester at Washington Adventist, and then straight to MC to obviously join the guys here in the spring.
Yeah, definitely. Looking back at your track record and your history, definitely experienced is a word that I'll use to describe you. Played a lot of football, a lot of teams, a lot of different cultures, and experienced a lot of different styles of play and stuff. So I think that definitely shows in your game. Very calm and collected kind of player. But I just want to ask you as well, what's the biggest difference between America and the Netherlands, football-wise and culturally?
So culturally, I would say here the only reason I feel like I've got the exact US experience of a player, because usually college it isn't really Americans, it's just a blend of like international guys.
Right.
So it's like it gives more of a professional atmosphere than if I would play in like an under 21s in my home. But I would say that the level of players back home would be insanely high. So players that would play D1 here, they could be playing amateur level, like high amateur level, obviously. But like would have dropouts from FC Twente or like Utrecht, PSV, for example, probably more renowned, and they would play amateur, but they would still be incredibly gifted and like could have possibly have the same background as me. Just have an unfortunate injury at the wrong time, and then you're out.
Yeah, the game will definitely keep going whether you're hurt or not.
Exactly. There's just too many guys.
Yeah, for those of you watching who are not sure, Utrecht and some of those other teams he had mentioned are first division teams in the Netherlands, some of the best clubs in the world, or maybe the country. But I just also wanted to ask you, following up with that, you've taken a lot of resources and time to get yourself here, and obviously it's personal for you this season. So what are you looking to get out of this season?
I'm trying to transfer to one of the top D1s. That's just the goal at the end of the day. But before then, I want to do something special with the guys, because I realized that there's definitely the quality there. Some of the guys might not realize it yet, but there might be there has to be a bit more, not professionalism, but just the ones to absolutely be the best team in this country. Because what I've seen so far is our team is slowly getting better and better and getting more used to each other, but individually I haven't seen a full commitment yet of every single person. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I know that if those people will start doing it, I'm not gonna say that we'll be champions. I know that we will be, but that's the mindset I have to have as a captain. I have to believe in these guys because at the end of the day, they're my teammates. But I for sure wish that there would be a bit more fighting spirit sometimes, a bit
Right.
more urgency to win games, to absolutely show the other JUCOs that we are here to do something this year.
Exactly.
And I don't know, it's still building up. Obviously, you would like it to already be finished, but I think that this week will be a very like putting ourselves a big test. A big test. If we come out with 3 victories this week, I believe that our team spirits might turn. Not team spirit, but the way and the atmosphere in our team will change from a more to a more even more serious, more professional, more we are here to dominate teams.
Exactly. I think in the beginning of the season we had a tough loss to 2 very good opponents in St. Bonaventure and West Virginia. And I think those losses definitely impacted our self-perspective and how we see ourselves. Because I think that because we lost to those teams, it may have been easier for us to turn on each other instead of realizing that we had the potential to do something incredible, and it affected our confidence as a team. Because I think we definitely have the talent to even beat teams such as West Virginia and St. Bonaventure, but it's just the mentality and the mindset we go at things with. And so what would you think your best strengths and weaknesses are on and off the pitch?
I would say my best strength on the pitch is probably my brain, as in that I see things happen, or my reaction to things might be a bit quicker than if I look, for example, in video. I see myself moving half a second or a second before somebody else on the same line of defense might realize something is going to happen. And I realized that works extremely well.
Yeah.
Against West Virginia, that also showed that it helped me a lot. And I think that off the pitch, it is just my willingness to accept whatever opinion somebody has and to look at it with what are they seeing, so changing their perspective into a perspective where I can take the learning curve out of it, or what I have to learn from it. So for example, my coach might scream at me for making a bad pass, but why is he screaming at me? Not rather than the fact that he is screaming at me and telling him that, and in my mind starting to get mad at him, throw myself at the game. No, I'll think like, okay, I should have made this pass. And at the end of the day, I watch my videos back a lot. I focus on my improvement points as a center back, because I think that's the position where I will, maybe not center back, might be right back, left back, but I definitely know that within the defense I can move up to the highest league. I possibly can play, and I believe I can make it.
Yeah. For sure, that's the key, is believing in yourself 100%. Without a doubt. And so with these big aspirations and all these goals you have for yourself and for the team, I just want to ask you, why do you play? Like, what keeps you motivated to keep pushing towards these things?
Fun. That's it. It's just fun. There's no, for my family, there is no, like the other motivation of the guys here. No, I just love playing this game. I love looking at the tactics from the running. The running is not so fun, obviously, but at the end, after you're done, you just realize like, okay, I'm this fit. You feel good.
Right.
After you eat well, you feel good. After you don't eat good, you feel bad. Now
Speaking of eating well, let's see what you have on the table right now.
It's carrots, but
an entire, probably a pound or so of raw carrots.
I'm not gonna eat them all, obviously, but like, it's just a snack. Like,
it's just a snack. But yeah, that about sums it up. I mean, I find that last answer very unique. If you go look back at the other interviews, everyone's doing it for their family and things of that nature. But I think I also relate to you in the fact that the reason I do play soccer as well is just fun. I mean, it's just like a love of the game, where it's just, and you can see it in, like, I can even see it in your eyes. Like, you don't care. Like, my family's gonna love me regardless if I play football or not. I'm literally just here to just have fun.
Yeah, and I mean, if I want to get a boring job, I believe I'm smart enough to do so.
Exactly.
But I'm just here to have fun.
See how far you can take it.
Yeah, exactly. That's, at the end of the day, it will leave me without regret.
Yeah.
That's the same. Like, I'm not here to have regret. I'm just here to have fun and live my life memorably for my own whatever I
100%.
want to do. So
Yeah, and leave a legacy.
I like this. I like this game. I'm gonna play it. So it's as simple as it.
Well, that's a great way to end it. Thank you for coming on, Thijs. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.